Hello children, welcome back again in online studies. Uh, as you all know, we have completed the first poem of unit 1, that was What a Bird Thought, and after that our lesson number 2 is Daydreams. So do you heard this word anytime? Have you heard this word anytime? What is meant by daydream? Daydream means dreams which we are seeing just in our thoughts. Continuous thought are coming into our mind that if this will happen, then I will do these things, then these things, then these things, and someone break that chain and we just woke up from the dreams that are called daydreams. So like that daydreams, we will read one story into it, and about that story I just want to tell you something, that the story Daydreams gives us an insight as to what could happen if one daydreams without any purpose. So if you want to dream, you have to have any purpose. If you don't have any purpose, then it will be just a daydream. This story, which we will talk about, which revolves around a couple who daydreams about making a lot of money. One couple is there in the story, and they were continuously thinking about making the money, earning the money. Then if we earn this much money, then we will buy this, then we will do this, then accordingly we will do this, and we will be like that. These type of thoughts are coming. They are discussing all these thoughts with each other. Couple means husband and wife. They are discussing with each other. And what happened in that story, one person who was just passing by near them, he heard all this conversation and he just interrupt into their story, and that time they just woke up. Okay. Very soon, a couple gets into an argument. After that, when they have started the conversation about that their daydreams, the conversation converted into the argument. Argument means they started shouting with each other and they started quarreling. Okay. The argument turns violent and their dreams are shattered. Shattered means all the dreams of their been collapsed. Okay. A neighbor, hearing the commotion, cleverly puts an end to their argument and also makes them realize their foolishness. How the neighbor tell them about their foolishness? Because whatever daydreams they have seen, he has interrupted them in between and all their dreams were shattered. So what is the story about it, and what is the interesting thing that we will see into the actual story now? Okay, so take out your textbook, put finger on the line. Wherever the teacher is reading, there you have to put your finger. Wherever the hard words, and while reading, always take pencil with you. And wherever the hard word we will find, that time we will underline that words. Okay.
So dear students, today we will see lesson number 2, Daydreams. So you also take out your textbook and take a pencil in your hand. Wherever the underlined words are there in the page, you also underline that word and learn that spellings. Once there lived a couple who spent a lot of time in idle talk. Idle talk means without purpose talking. One day the husband said, I have always wanted to keep cows. If by chance I get some extra money from somewhere, I am going to buy a few cows. So they talk between husband and wife, and The husband told his wife that if he got some money from somewhere, he wanted to buy few cows. But that means a lot of work. You have to feed the cows, walk them, bath them, milk them. Cows need a lot of looking after. One cow would be enough. There is no need to buy more cows, said the wife. But at looking towards the work after the cows, the wife suggests the husband that it will be a lot of work, so why we want few cows? We will buy only one cow. One cow is enough. But next we'll see what happened in the story. But think of all the milk we will get if we buy more, said the husband. That's true, the wife agreed. There will be so much milk that we can even have plenty of dahi and butter and ghee. Wouldn't it be lovely? How lucky that I have all these earthen pots kept aside. I will use one of the pots for the milk, one for dahi, one for butter. The ghee I will put in another jar, and I will use this remaining pot to send milk to my sister. Send milk to your sister? Who said you could send milk to your sister? There will be a plenty of milk if we have so many cows. Why shouldn't I send it to my sister? Because we are going to sell it in the market. That's why. I will decide what to do with all that milk. And not a drop of it goes to your sister, remember. So this type of conversation happened between the husband and wife. And later on, the husband convinced her wife that if we will buy more cows, then we will get more dahi, more butter, more ghee. And that things they will keep into the earthen pots, which have shown in the picture over here. One for dahi, one for butter, one for ghee, one for milk. Likewise, they wanted to keep the things into the earthen pot. But later on, the wife said that if we will have so much milk, then she decided to send one pot of milk to her sister. So the husband again argued into it, and he said that why you want to give the pot of milk to your sister? Because all the work is done by themselves only, and why she wanted to send the milk to the sister? He said that if we are doing all the work, then we will decide what to do with the milk. We will sell that milk into the market, but not a drop of milk will go to your sister's house. Remember, he warned like this to his wife. We'll see next what happened. I will see how you can stop me from sending a pot of milk to my dear sister. I do all the hard work, running after the cows, so naturally I will decide what happens to the milk. Just try stopping me. She, the wife, exclaimed. So the argument started between the husband and wife. So next we'll see on the next page. Is that so? Shouted the husband. Watch this then. He began to lift and smash the earthen pots one by one. His wife began to scream. So what he did in anger, he picked up all the earthen pots and he started smashing that earthen pots on the ground. And because of that anger, this wife started screaming, shouting. So meanwhile, what happened? Gopal Bhan, who was passing by, heard all the commotion. Commotion means conversation here. And rushed aside when he heard What had happened? He picked up a stout stick, stout means a fat stick, that stood in a corner and began to swish it through the air and pound it on the floor. So what he did, Gopal Bhand, who was listening all the conversation between them, that how they were daydreaming, then he also wanted to support them. That time he took a stout stick, a fat stick, and he swished it into the air. By seeing that, the husband and wife both were astounded, surprised to see his antics. Antics means his deed, what he was doing. By seeing that, the husband and wife were surprised, as we can see in the picture also, how he is swishing the stick, and the husband and wife were looking very surprised towards Gopal Bhand. What are you doing? They inquired. Both of them inquired to Gopal Bhand. Move aside, said Gopal Bhand. I have to drive away your greedy cows. You have let them wander, and now they have ruined my field of beans and cucumbers. Oh, my lovely field of beans and cucumbers. So Gopal Bhand is saying that move aside to the cows. And he explained it to them that he is driving away the cows which are very greedy, and they are spoiling the field of beans and cucumber of Gopal Bhand. But you don't have a field of beans and cucumbers, said the husband. As soon as he said that, Gopal Bhand stopped wielding the stick and looked at him with raised eyebrows. The husband and the wife understood what he was trying to tell them. Can you tell what he wanted to say? When the husband told Gopal Bhand that where is your field of beans and cucumber, and how my cows are spoiling that time, without saying a single word, Gopal Bhand just stopped swishing that stick, and he just looked towards the husband and wife with raised eyebrows. Without saying anything, the husband and wife also understood what he wanted to say. Because likewise, when Gopal Bhand don't have the field of beans and cucumbers, likewise only the husband and wife also don't have any cows who is spoiling the field of Gopal Bhand. So this is just a daydreaming. The daydreaming started from the conversation of husband and wife, that the husband wanted to buy cows. Then he told that he wanted to buy few cows, but later on the wife suggested him that we want only one cow, because we have to look after that cow also. Then he convinced her, and later on she is also agree that she will get more milk, more dahi, more butter, more ghee from it, and if a lot of milk will be there, then she wanted to give it to her sister also. Then the argument started between them, that the husband don't want to send a drop of milk to her sister, to his wife's sister's house. So the argument started. Then in anger, the husband picked up the earthen pot and started smashing it. Then Gopal Bhand, who was passing by from them, he heard all the commotion, all the conversation, and later on he did the same action, that the cows of this couple is spoiling his field, and later on he wanted to move aside that cows. And at the end of the story, everyone comes to know that there is no cows, there was no cows, no milk, no ghee, no butter, no earthen pot, and no field of beans and cucumbers. It was just a daydreaming. It was just idle talk they were doing, and the daydreaming of husband and wife. and later on the Gopal Bhand is also involved into it. Okay, so I hope you understood this story. It is very interesting, and some of the words that I have underlined, you also underline these words and learn it. Learn the spelling of it. Spent, first word. Idle in first para. In another para again, enough word is underlined over there. Remaining. Then smash, commotion, astounded, surprised, astonished, building. These are the words that are, I think, you have to learn. If you think, if you read this lesson again and if you got some more word that will be that are hard for you, so you can underline that word and you can learn that words. Okay, so we are learning everything as possible as like this. And the question 1, read the following words aloud and copy them in your notebook. So whatever words are given here, that words are also you are going to write into your CW of English, and you are going to learn it. The exercise we will write, that time you also copy it in your notebook. Okay, so I hope you understand this story. Whatever the activity is given there, that we will see at the back side. So you have to do the conversation by making a group of 2 or 3 people and take as a character of Gopal Bhand, husband and wife, and do this, enact this story only. Okay, whatever the exercise that we will see in the next lecture.